You've worked hard your whole life. Now it's finally your time to explore, to relax, to see the world you've dreamed about for decades. But what if I told you that many seniors return from vacation, not with memories, but with medical bills, injuries, or regrets they never saw coming? Hi, I'm Anthony, and after working with hundreds of travelers over 60, I've seen how just a few overlooked details can turn a dream trip into a disaster. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70, and more importantly, how you can avoid them and travel with total peace of mind. Because your best years deserve your best adventures. The unexpected travel trap for seniors. When planning a dream vacation, most seniors focus on flights, hotels, and must-see attractions. But the biggest travel risk for those over 70 isn't what's in your itinerary, it's what's lurking in your financial blind spot. While many travelers worry about health concerns or mobility issues, the financial pitfalls of senior travel can be just as devastating and often come as a complete shock. Take Linda and George, a retired couple from Arizona who spent years saving for their long-awaited Mediterranean cruise. On their 4th day exploring the sun-drenched streets of Athens, George tripped on an uneven sidewalk, fracturing his hip. The local hospital provided excellent care, but their nightmare was just beginning. Their U.S. health insurance didn't cover international medical costs, and they were hit with a staggering $175 bill for surgery and an emergency air ambulance home. Their entire retirement nest egg was wiped out in a matter of days, all because they hadn't secured comprehensive travel insurance. And it's not just medical emergencies that can drain your finances. Seniors are prime targets for travel scams, as criminals see them as wealthy, less tech-savvy, and more trusting. In popular tourist destinations like Las Vegas, New Orleans, and even international hotspots such as Rome and Bangkok, scammers prey on older travelers with sophisticated tactics. Fake taxi drivers charge 10 times the normal fare, street vendors swap genuine bills for counterfeit ones, and ATM skimmers silently drain bank accounts before the victim even realizes what's happening. In 2023 alone, the FBI reported that financial scams targeting senior travelers resulted in losses exceeding $1 billion. So, how can you safeguard your hard-earned money while exploring the world? Follow these key financial strategies. Invest in the right travel insurance. Choose a policy that specifically covers international medical treatment and medical evacuation. Look for primary coverage, meaning the insurer pays up front, rather than reimbursing later with at least $50 in medical coverage and $100,000 for emergency transport. Set aside a travel emergency fund. Allocate at least 20% of your total trip budget to cover unexpected expenses, from last-minute flight changes to unforeseen medical costs. Having a financial cushion ensures that a minor setback doesn't turn into a financial disaster. Use secure payment methods. Rely on credit cards with built-in fraud protection for all purchases abroad, and notify your bank of your travel plans to prevent your account from being frozen due to suspected suspicious activity. Carry 2 different credit cards from separate banks in case one encounters issues. Stay vigilant against scams. Before traveling, research common scams in your destination. Avoid using ATMs in poorly lit or isolated areas. Verify taxi fares before getting in, and be cautious of overly friendly strangers offering unsolicited help. You wouldn't drive a car without insurance, so why travel without protecting yourself financially? By taking the right precautions, you can ensure that your dream vacation doesn't turn into a costly nightmare. Have you ever encountered unexpected travel expenses? Share your experiences in the comments below and help fellow senior travelers stay informed and prepared. The hidden challenge of senior travel: your health is your greatest asset, especially when you're thousands of miles from home. While we all hope for smooth travels, the reality is that medical emergencies don't take vacations just because you do. For travelers over 70, managing health away from home presents unique challenges that are often underestimated until they happen. Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer from Florida, and his wife, Susan, had meticulously planned their bucket list trip to Alaska. They had packed carefully, checked the weather, and even made sure their prescriptions were filled. But on their 2nd day in Denali National Park, Richard began experiencing chest pains. The nearest hospital was 125 miles away. When they finally arrived, Susan discovered that their Medicare coverage didn't apply there, and the hospital required an upfront payment of $12,000 before starting treatment. Thankfully, Richard's condition was stabilized, but the financial and logistical stress turned their dream trip into a nightmare. Why medical care is more complicated for senior travelers. Delayed recovery. Seniors take, on average, twice as long to recover from common illnesses like the flu or food poisoning compared to younger travelers. What might be a mild inconvenience for someone in their 40s could mean a major trip disruption for a traveler over 70. Medication management issues, time zone changes, altered daily routines, and unpredictable travel schedules make it easier to miss doses or take medications incorrectly. Limited access to specialized care. If you have a chronic condition, finding a specialist who understands your medical history can be difficult in an unfamiliar healthcare system, especially in non-English speaking countries. How to stay prepared and protected. 1. Create a comprehensive medical summary. Include details of your medical conditions, current medications with dosages, allergies, and recent procedures. Print multiple copies and store them digitally on your phone or an email account you can access anywhere. Consider translating this information into the local language if you're traveling internationally. 2. Consult your doctor before traveling. Discuss how travel may impact your health, especially if you have heart conditions, diabetes, or respiratory issues. Ask if your medication schedule should be adjusted based on different time zones. 3. Know where to find medical help before you need it. Research hospitals or urgent care centers near your destination that cater to international patients. Many major cities have facilities with English-speaking doctors. Note their locations and contact information before departure. 4. Pack medications smartly. Bring twice the amount of medication you expect to need, split between different bags in case of loss. Keep medications in original labeled containers to avoid customs issues. Carry a doctor's note for any prescriptions that involve controlled substances. 5. Invest in travel health insurance. Not all policies are created equal. Ensure yours covers pre-existing conditions, hospital stays, and emergency evacuations. Many seniors assume Medicare will protect them abroad, but standard Medicare does not cover overseas medical expenses. Preparation isn't about expecting the worst. It's about ensuring the best possible experience. A little planning can mean the difference between a small health hiccup and a vacation-ruining crisis. When your health is covered, you can focus on what truly matters, enjoying your travels with confidence. What's on your pre-travel health checklist? Share your tips in the comments below to help fellow travelers. Why seniors need to be extra cautious? While traveling, your immune system has protected you for decades, but now it needs your help. One of the most overlooked challenges of traveling after 70 is how the body responds differently to new environments and pathogens. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making us more susceptible to illnesses that might barely affect a younger traveler. Why are seniors more vulnerable to infections while traveling? Slower immune response. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that older adults take up to 3 times longer to recover from common illnesses like food poisoning or respiratory infections compared to younger individuals. Dehydration and fatigue, long flights, different climates, and disrupted routines can lead to dehydration, which weakens the immune system further. Increased risk of severe illness. What might be a mild flu for a younger traveler could turn into pneumonia or another serious condition for someone over 70. Eleanor and Frank, an adventurous couple from Texas, had always dreamed of visiting Thailand. They were careful about their food choices, but one hot afternoon, they decided to try fresh fruit smoothies from a charming street vendor in Bangkok. Within 24 hours, they both fell violently ill with severe food poisoning. While younger tourists recovered quickly, Eleanor, 72, ended up hospitalized for dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. The 5 days she spent in a Thai hospital were not part of their itinerary, and neither was the $8 medical bill they had to pay out of pocket because they hadn't purchased comprehensive travel insurance. How to protect yourself from travel-related infections. 1. Boost your immune system before your trip. Get enough sleep, stay hydrated, and eat nutrient-rich foods in the weeks leading up to travel. Consider taking probiotic supplements 2 weeks before departure to help your digestive system adjust to new bacteria. Get all recommended vaccines, including flu, pneumonia, and travel-specific immunizations. 2. Be smart about food and water. Follow the cook it, peel it, or forget it rule when eating in areas with questionable sanitation. Choose restaurants with high turnover and freshly prepared meals. Avoid raw or undercooked meats, seafood, and dairy products from unknown sources. In countries with different water purification standards, drink only bottled or purified water. Consider bringing a portable water filter for added protection. 3. Practice good hand hygiene, but don't overdo it. Carry a small bottle of hand sanitizer and use it before meals, after using public transportation, and after handling money. Avoid excessive use of antibacterial gels, which can kill beneficial bacteria and make you more susceptible to infections. 4. Be wary of high-risk areas. Airplane tray tables, hotel TV remotes, and elevator buttons are among the dirtiest surfaces travelers encounter. Wipe them down with disinfectant wipes. In crowded tourist areas, avoid touching your face and wash hands frequently. 5. Stay hydrated and take breaks. Traveling can be exhausting, and fatigue lowers immunity. Ensure you're drinking enough water and resting when needed. Carry electrolyte packets in case of dehydration, especially in hot climates. Getting sick on vacation is frustrating for anyone, but for seniors, it can be dangerous. Smart precautions let you experience the world without worrying about spending half your trip in a hospital. By preparing your body and taking simple hygiene measures, you can enjoy your travels safely and confidently. What's your go-to travel health item you never leave home without? Share in the comments below to help fellow travelers stay prepared. Why travel feels more exhausting. After 70, travel should be invigorating, not exhausting. But for many seniors, even the most well-planned trip can become unexpectedly draining. The reality is, our bodies process exertion differently as we age, and what felt like a light sightseeing day at 50 can be overwhelming at 75. Why senior travelers fatigue faster. Increased recovery time. Studies show that adults over 70 need up to 40% more recovery time from jet lag compared to middle-aged travelers, with some requiring a full day of rest for each time zone crossed. Energy reserves decline. Muscle mass naturally decreases with age, meaning everyday activities like climbing stairs or walking long distances require more effort. Dehydration and poor circulation. Long-haul flights and packed itineraries can lead to dehydration and swelling in the legs, further slowing recovery. A travel experience that took an unexpected toll. John and Margaret, a retired couple from Seattle, were ecstatic about their dream trip to Italy. Their itinerary was packed with back-to-back museum visits, historic walking tours, and even a day trip to Venice. By the fourth day, Margaret, 76, found herself too exhausted to enjoy the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, a museum she had dreamed of visiting for decades. The fatigue was so overwhelming that she spent the rest of the afternoon in the hotel, missing out on half of their planned excursions. When they returned home, they realized that trying to see it all had left them drained rather than fulfilled. How to make travel energizing instead of exhausting one. Adopt the every other day rule. Alternate high-activity days with slower-paced days. Example, if you spend a full day walking through museums, follow it with a relaxing boat tour or a scenic drive the next day. 2. Prioritize your must-see attractions. Plan key activities early in your trip when energy levels are highest. Avoid cramming too much into each day. Quality experiences are more valuable than sheer quantity. 3. Give your body time to adjust. If traveling across multiple time zones, arrive at least a day early before starting a guided tour. Adapt to local meal and sleep schedules as quickly as possible to minimize jet lag. 4. Take midday breaks. Even a 30-minute rest in a shaded area or a quiet cafe can help recharge your energy for the rest of the day. Some travelers find a short afternoon nap, 20-30 minutes, helps maintain stamina without disrupting nighttime sleep. 5. Stay hydrated and snack smart. Dehydration leads to fatigue. Carry a refillable water bottle and sip throughout the day. Keep high-energy snacks like almonds, protein bars, or dried fruit handy to maintain energy levels. 6. Use smart mobility aids without hesitation. Walking sticks, knee braces, and lightweight travel scooters can make a world of difference in conserving energy. Many destinations offer mobility-friendly options, such as elevators in historic sites or golf carts in large parks. Traveling in your 70s and beyond is not about doing less, it's about doing it smarter. By pacing yourself, prioritizing comfort, and allowing time for recovery, you'll enjoy your adventures fully without feeling completely drained. What's your best tip for managing energy while traveling? Share your insights in the comments below. How to stay safe while exploring the world. The most beautiful destinations often come with unexpected hazards. Picture the charming cobblestone streets of Europe, the breathtaking hiking trails of the Grand Canyon, or the historic temple steps of Machu Picchu. While these places offer incredible experiences, they can also be treacherous for travelers over 70. Falls are the #1 cause of injury-related hospitalizations for older adults, and when you're far from home, even a minor fall can derail your entire trip. Why falls are a bigger risk for senior travelers? Slower reflexes and balance changes. As we age, our reaction time and balance decline, making it harder to catch ourselves if we stumble. Uneven and unfamiliar terrain. Many top tourist destinations have uneven sidewalks, steep staircases, or poorly lit walkways. Longer recovery time. A simple sprained ankle for a younger traveler might heal in a few weeks, but for seniors, fractures and joint injuries can take months. A fall that nearly ended a dream trip. Paul, a retired history professor from Boston, had always wanted to visit Prague. Determined to explore the historic old town on foot, he dismissed his family's suggestion to bring a walking stick. On his second day, he tripped on the uneven cobblestone streets and fractured his wrist. What was supposed to be a 2-week European adventure turned into 5 days in a foreign hospital, followed by an early flight home. If Paul had taken a few simple precautions, he could have avoided the injury altogether. How to protect yourself and prevent falls while traveling. 1. Research mobility challenges before you go. Check travel forums and official tourism websites for accessibility information on your destination. Identify areas with lots of stairs, rough terrain, or limited elevator access ahead of time. 2. Strengthen your balance before your trip. Regularly practice balance exercises like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or taking a Tai Chi class. Consider working with a physical therapist to improve stability and coordination before long trips. 3. Choose the right footwear. Wear supportive, non-slip shoes with good traction. Skip the stylish but impractical options. Break in new shoes before traveling to avoid blisters or discomfort. Pack at least 2 pairs in case one gets wet or uncomfortable. 4. Use a walking aid without hesitation. A collapsible walking stick or trekking poles can provide extra stability on uneven terrain. Many senior travelers find that even if they don't use a cane at home, having one for certain locations makes exploring easier and safer. 5. Be mindful in hotels and accommodations. Request ground floor rooms or rooms with elevator access. Be cautious in hotel bathrooms. Use grab bars, non-slip mats, and keep a nightlight on to prevent falls during the night. 6. Pace yourself. Listen to your body. Fatigue increases fall risk. If you're feeling tired, rest instead of pushing through another activity. Schedule breaks throughout your day and avoid long periods of walking without rest. Exploring new places should be exciting, not stressful. Taking a few smart precautions can mean the difference between a trip filled with amazing memories and one cut short by an avoidable injury. Have you ever encountered a tricky walking situation while traveling? Share your experience in the comments below to help fellow senior travelers stay safe.